outside of that, man, we got to talk about we going from, gold medals and everybody getting their feels and creating these Instagram reels. But we got to talk about the round mound of television.
Mm.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's Charles Barkley. 40 point, 50 point. We could say 200 mil, 150 mil. It don't matter because it just found out that actually just happened earlier today, Joe. We can confirm it, right? Charles Barkley got a $200 million contract with TNT. I guess it's more so an extension to say he's gonna stick around, right?
Mm-hmm.
A few episodes ago, had to be a few episodes ago. We on here for 4 or 5 days a week. If you don't know the schedule, if you're just tuning in with us, we talked about Stephen A. Smith getting his money and holding out and saying, "Hey, I'm worth a certain amount of money." And then you fast forward again, life just throws hurdles every single time. Stephen A. kind of looked like Dak Prescott in the situation. He's like, I'm gonna hold out and I'm gonna figure out what the market gonna be. And look what's happening. 200 for Charles Barkley, and you telling me Stephen A. Smith, who's like got ESPN on his back, kind of like they got USA on his back, can't at least get 201 or 205? But outside of that, let's celebrate this moment in television. We talking about an ex-NBA player who just came on inside the NBA just to give his point of view on basketball and give his take on like, hey, this is what I've been doing, and I'll show you how these guys should be playing. And to earn $200 million off of that, also the contribution he gives to TNT when they, not just for NBA basketball, he also does college basketball too when they do the tournaments. So he adds value there as well. So again, this is just one of those moments where it's like, I know how much you're worth, but what value do you bring to the table? And Charles Barkley just showed that. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah, man. The contract is a 10-year, $10 million contract. 10-year, 210. So yeah, that's like 22 a year, or like 21 a year, 21 a year. And like you said, it's not just like, even though NBA is not partnered with TNT, he does college basketball, he does hockey, he does baseball, and he does some college football too. And it's
He
about
refused to lose. Refused to lose with a person. Hey, Charles Barkley.
But you know what that tells you? Now, obviously, Charles Barkley is a name of himself outside of the media. Like, he did play basketball. He's a former MVP. He's a top 50 greatest player. He's not a world champion, but he accomplished a lot. He's an Olympian, Olympic champion, right? So he has a name for himself. But
so then technically he is a world champion.
Yes, I mean,
going off of what Noah Lau said,
exactly,
he
right.
is a world champion.
You're right. That's the only way, right?
Yeah.
About a lot of these dudes ain't world champion. But anyway, shout out to Jokic. But I talk about Jokic. It's easier for Jokic to win in the NBA than it is in the Olympics. But when you're talking to Kevin Durant, LeBron, that statement don't make sense. But so Charles Barkley, one thing that I learned, because they are all in the media. Obviously, they're bigger names than us, but we can learn from their path, right? The reason why TNT kept them is what you said, your value, and his value is not so much. Not saying he's not, but his knowledge. His value is the entertainment part of it. That just shows you how important the entertainment part of it is. Like, when people watch the media and they say stuff like, man, I don't watch them because they don't even know what they're talking about. I mean, you watching them. You watching at the end of the day because it's entertaining. Now, obviously, I want to be a guy who actually knows what he's talking about. Not saying Charles Barkley don't, but I'm not saying like go all out on the entertainment part of it. But you have to be entertaining. You can't just be a know-it-all. You can't just be smart. You have to have an entertainment factor to it. Because there are a lot of guys who are guests on these shows, right? Who know more than the daggone host of the show. Guys come on First Take as guests. They know way more than Stephen A. Guys come on Undisputed. They know more. But are they entertaining? That's a thing. I mean, it's no more Undisputed. I should have said First Thing first. Are they entertaining? So that's one nugget I got for that. Kudos to Charles Barkley. Tomo, we on our way.
Man,
I heard what Devin said.
Hey, that's why I ain't mad at it. I think you talked this deal into place. I was like, hey, I ain't mad at it. And if y'all don't know, they say we signed that deal with Amazon. So look, Amazon, if you listening, you know where to find us. That's all I'm gonna say. BJ say Barkley, a real one, still not in any video game.
Mm-hmm.
He taking their money and holding it on. Hey, I'm not mad at it because you're right. He definitely not on 2K. Out of that inside the NBA crew, he the only one that said I'm not going. What's the name? I'm not going on there.
They don't pay him enough. Floyd did the same thing. Remember, Floyd ain't no fight nights.
He not. He not.
Floyd like, I gotta pay me more than this. I'm sorry.
Sheesh.
I using my name and my likeness.
That's like college football and the kids with their likeness, right? They said, look, if you're gonna use our names, we need to get some money off of it. So that's true. And I think they also said something about Ernie maybe joining them with an extension. So this may be happening.
It's no Barkley or Ernie.
That's true. That's true. I think they got podcasts together too.
Yeah, and they do all these together, the baseball and everything.
Yeah, so that's a perfect duo. I mean, that's what you kind of gotta have in this. Like you said, the entertainment value, you gotta have the person that's gonna be entertaining, but also intellectual at the same time. But then you also got the person who's gonna be entertaining and entertaining. Like we're not saying that Charles Barkley not gonna give you some knowledge, but it's more so the entertainment there. It's kind of like with Shaq. Everybody loves Shaq.
To be honest with you, out of everybody on NBA TNT, he the most knowledgeable one. He makes the most sense out of all of them. Yes, to me, he does. Like if you listen to when they all break down the game, now he say crazy stuff, but when they watch the game and they talk about the game,
I give you that.
Charles Barkley makes the most sense.
But that's also why he's going to ledge and make those takes because he'll watch the game and be like, "Hey, they got a chance to win." He more so looking like if they play to their best ability, they can win this game. And it sounds crazy because of who they're going up against sometimes, but sometimes you be right.
He just be tripping on his predictions. I guarantee.
Man, I messed up on the title for that one. I should have thought about it.
I guarantee the Kings gonna win Game 7. I was like, we're done.
Everybody said that.
Against the Warriors, like,
anytime he picks somebody, they be like, go with the other team, ladies and gentlemen. When they do their FanDuel stuff, they be like, who we bet on? But that's why they lost.
When he said about the comments and LG, they was like, come on, man, you just ruined the whole magical season for that comment.
Hey. I remember one time they was talking about the Wizards, and he was like, why are we talking about the Wizards? Why are we talking about the Wizards? He's like, just like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Why are we talking about the Wizards?
Oh, I should have had a clip. Shout out to NBA. Did I tell you something about?
When you was on there?
Yeah, I was on there. I should pull it up, Tomo. Shout out to y'all. Y'all knew nothing about Sacramento Kings. I made a little joke about it. And Charles Barkley said my whole name. He was like, you're right, Joe Jordan. You're right. I was like, shout out. Let's go. We made it.
Send me that audio. We can use that as a sound effect. Go ahead, write that down.
Oh, Tomo.
I just thought about that.